It all started on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. Maya was sitting in her small Chicago apartment, staring at her phone, her fingers typing out a furious message about her ex-boyfriend. She had just gone through an exhausting breakup with Jason, a relationship that drained her emotionally. In her frustration, she poured out everything into a text message meant for her best friend. Without double-checking, she hit send. Moments later, she realized she had sent the message to the wrong number. I swear, if Jason texts me one more time about closure, I'm going to throw my phone out the window. I don't need closure, I need peace and ice cream. She stared at her phone in horror, her stomach dropping. She was about to type an apology when a message popped up. Double quotes, hi. I don't know who Jason is, but I hope you get your peace and your ice cream. And maybe don't throw your phone just yet. Maya blinked. A total stranger had replied. And rather kindly at that. She chuckled despite herself. Oops, sorry, wrong number. Ignore my emotional breakdown. No problem. Everyone deserves a safe space to vent. I'm Alex. By the way, that could have been the end of it. But somehow, it WASN single quotes T dot over the next few days, they kept texting. What started as a mistaken message turned into casual conversations about their days, their favorite foods, and little personal stories. Alex lived in Seattle and worked as a freelance illustrator. Maya was a content writer. Their worlds were far apart, but something about their connection felt unexpectedly comfortable. They texted late into the nights, shared Spotify playlists, exchanged book recommendations, and even started a virtual movie night ritual. They never called, never video chatted, just messages. There was something beautiful about falling for someone's words without knowing their face. One night, Maya typed, I think about your messages more than I care to admit. And Alex replied, me too. It's crazy. I don't even know the sound of your voice, but I feel like I've known you forever. Weeks turned into months. Maya found herself smiling at her phone more than ever. She stopped dating, realizing that none of the people she met could compare to the unseen person who texted her good morning and asked about her writing. Then came the text that changed everything. I'm coming to Chicago next month for a design conference. Would you want to meet? Maya stared at her phone, heart pounding. She wanted to say yes, but the fear of ruining their perfect rhythm held her back. I'm nervous, she finally typed. What if it's different in person? Then we'll be different people. But at least we'll know. On the day of their meeting, Maya stood outside a small cafe downtown. She wore her favorite blue sweater and kept checking her phone. Fingers trembling, she didn't know what to expect. All she knew was that she needed to see the person behind the words. And then, a voice behind her said her name. She turned. He was taller than she imagined, with warm brown eyes and the same shy charm his texts always carried. He held out a small cup, cookies and cream. He said, for peace. She laughed. The tension melted. They sat, talked, and walked along the lake. Hours passed like minutes. It felt like continuing a conversation that had started long ago. By the end of the evening, he reached for her hand and said softly, this started as an accident, but I think meeting you might be the most intentional thing that's ever happened to me. Maya whispered, maybe fate has a sense of humor. After that day, life slowly changed. Alex moved to Chicago 6 months later. They turned late night texts into morning coffee dates. The quiet messages became shared silences on the couch. Holding hands while reading, they still texted each other sometimes, just to say things that felt more special in writing. A year later, on the same bench where they first sat by the lake, Alex got down on one knee. I never believed in destiny, but wrong number gave me the right person. Maya, will you marry me? Tears filled her eyes. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Because sometimes love doesn't knock on the door, it sends a message to the wrong number and waits patiently for the right heart to answer.